Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processional of the university officials. The campus director and head of academic affairs, campus director and head of academic affairs, college deans, vice chancellors, the vice president for academic affairs, vice president for administration and finance, the vice president for research, development and extension services, the vice president for development and extension affairs, and the university president, Dr. 𝗘𝘅𝗲𝗿𝗀, together with the guests of honor and speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of colors and the university maze. The university maze is held by the University and Board Secretary, Professor Enrico M. Dalangin. Please remain standing for the doxology to be led by BatStateU ad libitum chorus. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ang silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisi. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw, may dilag kang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya, kailan pa may di magdidinig. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 54th Commencement Exercises of Batangas State University, the National Engineering University. This 2022, the theme that we bear is Expanding Mandates for National Competitiveness and Sustainable Development. And now, the college deans will present the candidates for their graduation. Dr. 𝗕𝘁𝗶𝘃𝗍𝗄, Head of Academic Affairs for Batangas State University, Lobo, will now present the candidates for graduation from the campus.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present for your confirmation the candidates for graduation under the College of Agriculture and Forestry, Alangilan, Lobo Campus. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Animal Science, major in Crop Science, Bachelor of Science in Forestry. They have successfully completed all the academic requirements of their respective curricula as prescribed by the Commission of Higher Education and approved by the Board of Regents. Mr. President, the candidates of graduation.
Dr. 𝗕𝘁𝗺𝗍𝗂, Dean of the College of Industrial Technology, will now present the candidates for graduation from the college.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present for your confirmation the candidates for graduation under the College of Industrial Technology, Alangilan. Bachelor of Industrial Technology, major in Mechanical Technology. They have successfully completed all the academic requirements of the respective curricula as prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education and approved by the Board of Regents. Mr. President, the candidates for graduation.
Dr. 𝗕𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗀, the Dean of the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Fine Arts, will now present the candidates for graduation from the college.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present for your confirmation the candidates for graduation under the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Fine Arts, Alangilan. Master of Science in Computer Engineering. Master of Engineering, major in Civil Engineering. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, major in Construction, Engineering, and Management. Major in Structural Engineering, and major in Transportation Engineering. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, major in Machine Automation and Process Control. Major in Renewable Energy and Sustainable Development. Bachelor of Science in Sanitary Engineering. Bachelor of Science in Architecture. Bachelor of Science in Interior Design. And Bachelor of Fine Arts and Design, major in Visual. They have successfully completed all the academic requirements of the respective curricula as prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education and approved by the Board of Regents. Mr. President, the candidates for graduation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University President, Dr. 𝗘𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀, for the confirmation of graduates.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by the Board of Regents of Batangas State University, the National Engineering University, and upon recommendation of the University Academic Council, I, Dr. 𝗘𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, University President, now confirm you graduates with all the rights, honors, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for our graduates. And one more round of applause for the parents and guardians who share the accomplishment with them. Please be seated. May I respectfully call our President, Dr. 𝗘𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗀𝗀, to deliver his message and to formally introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
To our guest of honor and speaker, whom I will be introducing formally a little later, members of the Board of Regents of Batangas State University, Vice Presidents, Chancellors of constituent campuses, campus directors of extension campuses, college deans, members of the faculty, administrative staff, parents, graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, allow me to congratulate our new graduates this afternoon. congratulations for making it today as you graduate or as you have graduated from Batangas State University, the National Engineering University. And of course, on behalf of Batangas State University, we warmly congratulate the parents of our graduates. Sa totohanan lang naman, ang graduation ay para sa mga parents. Ang mga parents, ang totoong gagraduate. Gagraduate sa pagbibigay ng baon, pagbibigay ng gastusin sa ating mga anak. Graduate na rin sa pagsasabi sa ating mga anak, mag-aral ka naman. No? Kami po ay nagpupugay at nagpapasalamat sa inyo at bumabati sa inyong lahat. This is your graduation. This is your success. And I hope our graduate, sige, palakpakan natin ang ating mga magulang. As we start this year, in the first quarter, marami pong nagko-communicate sa ating office sa mga magulang. Tinatanong kung magkakaroon ba ng face-to-face graduation para sila'y makapag-schedule ng pag-uwi sa Pilipinas. And we responded yes. Kaya mula po noon, nagplano na ang Batangas State University ng face-to-face graduation. I think this season, we have almost 7,000 graduates. Kaya po, ang graduation natin ito mula pa noong Lunes namin ginagawa. Last Monday until Monday next week, except Sunday. We even have graduation on Saturday. Umaga't hapon po ito. So we have 14 graduation sessions. It is somehow toxic and exhausting on the part of the administration. But we bear everything. Ayaw naming kuhanin sa inyo ang kaligayahan na makita ang ating mga anak at kayo din magsisipagtapos ang kaligayahan na magmarcha at tanggapin ang inyong diploma. We will be giving you your actual diploma. Not a coupon band, but it's an actual diploma. So, I have, sige, para hindi na kayo pipila sa registrar, or mag-a-apply pa ng diploma ninyo. So, imagine, it took me really that, I don't know kung, hindi ko naman sinasabing difficulty. Ang pumirma, isa-isa, originally, ng inyong diploma. Almost 7,000. Pero habang pinipirmahan ko ito, kahit hating gabi, isa-isa, iniisip ko naman ang pinagdaanan ninyo sa loob ng 4 na taon. Na siguro ilang gabi ko lang naman gagawin, sasabihin naman ninyo, you did it for over even 4 years, yung iba. And siguro, yun na ang pag-graduate ko sa inyo, yung pagpirma kong isa-isa sa inyong diploma. Ang inyong pag-graduate ngayong taong ito ay makasaysayan. Unang-una, pandemya pa rin. At parang kayo ang first batch nag-graduate ng face-to-face mula nung nagkaroon ng pandemya. At ang pinakamakahulugan doon, kayo ang unang graduate sa Batangas State University as the National Engineering University, which was declared by law just recently, last April. Alam po ninyo, sa ating mga magulang, prior to that declaration, bago inileklara ang Batangas State University as a national university, 2 lang po ang national university sa buong Pilipinas. Ang University of the Philippines at ang Mindanao State University. Tayo po ang 3rd national university recognized by law. Ano ngayon? Yan ang tanong. No? Ano ngayon? No? Okay. Ano nga ba ang mangyayari sa Batangas State University as the national university? It is a legal mandate of Batangas State University now, not only to support and develop itself, but even to take progressive leadership in engineering education in the country to support not only State University, even private HEIs or private higher education institutions. Tayo po ay may ganyang responsibilidad ang sumuport in the development of other universities, not only Batangas State, in terms of curriculum development or even further developing human resource when it comes to engineering and technology. We are expected by law to offer more advanced studies in engineering dito po sa Batangas State University. Kung dati, marami sa mga faculty ng State University ay nag-a-apply ng scholarship sa DOST or to some other scholarship granting institutions, ngayon, yan po ang gagawin ng Batangas State University. We should simultaneously be developing our capacity while at the same time developing the capacity of other universities. And because of this mandate, it is expected that we will have increased funding from the national government. Also, increased partnership opportunities, not only local but even abroad, universities abroad. More partnerships, more fellowships will be coming to Batangas State University. Sa ngayon ho, ang school year na ito, Batangas State University is registering over 60,000 students. Last year, we have students, our enrollment is a little over 55,000. Ngayon po, we are expecting, based on the enrollment, which is still ongoing, over 60,000. This is Batangas State University, and I don't know, ang iniisip ng marami ang ating students ay nanggagaling sa Batangas. Ngunit nais ko pong ipabatid sa inyo, and I should tell you that our students at Batangas State University come from over 40 provinces of the entire country studying here at Batangas State University. Why? Because they have regarded the quality of Batangas State University, quality of education at Batangas State University. And that designation or declaration of Batangas State University as the National University for Engineering has attached responsibility, attached even expectation by the community from Batangas State University and, of course, from you, our graduates. The community, the industry, or even the government are expecting more from you, our graduates. That as graduate of a national university, we are expected to think, to plan, to act, to implement, and do things as graduate of a national university. Siguro, even pagkilos natin, dapat isaayos natin as tamang kilos ng isang graduate from a national university. Na hindi na lang para sa ating sarili ang ating iniisip, kundi para sa ating community, para sa ating government in general. That is our expectation. So, we have to really do it for ourselves while thinking for the others. So, sa atin po mga magulang, I hope ito po ay magbibigay din ng karangalan sa inyo or siguro higit pang kumpiyansa na ang Batangas State University, sa totohanan ho, wala naman talagang criteria pa. No? Tayo ho ang kauna-unahang idineklarang the National Engineering University. And lest the criteria, the state, the government believe in the substance of Batangas State University as such. We are existing. Next year, we will be celebrating our 120 years anniversary. And a year ago, we celebrated 50 years or golden anniversary of our College of Engineering. And because of that long existence of Batangas State University, more is expected from all of us. From Batangas State University, from the faculty, and from our students. In the last 2 years of pandemic, Batangas State University never stopped developing itself, preparing itself for the coming back of our students face-to-face starting next week. 2 taon po yan at nais kong pasalamatan ng ating kasama sa administration at ang lahat ng ating mga guro, sapagkat ang 2 years sa pandemic sa ating lahat is a different experience. The last 2 years, of course, talagang naidaos din natin, nairaos din, ano? Teaching and learning continues. Wala naman talagang prepare sa pandemic. Wala naman naka-prepare na eskwelahan. We just adapt yung ating resources, we realign, and even our teachers adapt. Even we calibrated our assessments for our students to cope in this pandemic. At dahil dyan, pinasasalamatan ko ang ating mga guro for making it possible for the continuous flexible learning, not purely online, sometimes module. Hindi ko alam ang naging experience ninyo na nagdaang 2 taon. Yung iba nagpatago-tago sa video, hindi nagbubukas ng video, lalo pa pag tinatawag ng teacher, sasabihin disconnected. No? Sa totohanan lamang, sa part ng teacher, ang hirap magturo sa harap ng computer na hindi mo alam kung ang iyong mga students ay nakikinig ba or hindi. Na hindi ka naman pwedeng hindi magtuturo dahil baka nga sila nakikinig. At baka katabi pa yung parents habang nagkaklase yung teacher. Kaya sabi ko sa mga teachers sa Batangas State University, dapat lalong pagbutihin ang pagtuturo ngayon dahil ang ating audience ay hindi lamang 40 students, baka times 3 pa kasi katabi kaliwat kanan ang magulang. At sasabihin nila sa atin kung hindi ayos ang ating pagtuturo. Kaya hindi mahirap or hindi madali, no? Ang magkunwari sa harap ng computer na lahat ay maayos, no? So, dahil dyan, dapat nating palakpakan ang ating mga guro. And of course, nagpapasalamat tayo sa poong may kapal. Sa Diyos na lumikha sa ating lahat, sapagkat unang-una, after the 2 years of pandemic, tayo pong lahat ay buhay pa sa ngayon. Marami tayo mga mahal siguro sa buhay, kaibigan, ilan, namatay dahil sa COVID. Tayo narito buhay, no? Kaya salamat sa Diyos, we were spared. No? Kumbaga, itong graduation na ito, bonus na ito sa totohanan lang. No? Yung iba sa inyo, baka sabi nila, muntik na rin niya ako, President. No? Talagang ako may comorbidity, but I survived. So today, we are not in the ICU, we are not in the hospital, we are in the graduation of our children. Kaya, palakpakan natin ang Diyos at pasalamatan sa maraming biyaya sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay nais kong ipakilala sa ating lahat ang ating pangunahing tagapagsalita. But before I proceed, I would like, of course, to thank our guest of honor and speaker, our former chair of Board of Regents of Batangas State University, for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, Ma'am Lily, for managing your time to be able to be here at Batangas State University. Our guest of honor and speaker is an advocate of quality assurance, a key player who has propelled the quality of higher education in the country, an outcomes-based and research-oriented specialist with a track record of excellence and a reputable professional standing, a public service par excellence. She is armed with a strong academic background on medicine and healthcare. As an alumna of the University of the Philippines with a specialization in hygiene and with a master's degree in tropical medicine from 𝗕 University in Bangkok, Thailand. She finished her PhD in biology major in medical entomology from University Sains, Malaysia, and pursued the field of law and completed her Bachelor's of Laws degree in 2003. With a vast and decorated professional career spanning 4 decades, she has established her reputation in the country and the world. She is a fellow of the World Health Organization on mosquito genetics in UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles School of Public Health, with expertise on tropical medicine, health law, and medical entomology, particularly on vector control or integrated vector control management of vector-borne diseases. In 2000, she was presented the 𝗕𝘅𝗶𝗃𝗍𝗃 Award for her efforts in propagating and intellectualizing the use of Filipino language in her research discourse and publication. In the same year, OITA Medical University in Japan has named a black fly species after her, 𝗕𝘅𝗶𝗃𝗍𝗶𝗆, in honor of her contribution to medical parasitology and entomology. She was awarded the professorial chair in UP Manila at the UP Centennial Celebration in 2008. While serving as the secretary of the University of the Board of Regents of the University of the Philippines, she revolutionized systems and processes to increase efficiency and tune this to global standards. She initiated strategic innovations in management systems anchored on sound research, which guided the Board of Regents in policy formulation. She also left indelible marks in the academe as Vice Chancellor for Administration at UP Mindanao, Assistant to the Dean of the College of Public Health, and Chair of the Department of Parasitology of the College of Public Health. She also became the Director of UP NIH Institute of Health Policy and Development Studies. She was the former commissioner of the Commission on Higher Education, where she led state universities and colleges in constantly striving for an excellent level of performance, catalyzing a greater degree of engagement in research and production, and in strengthening their social relevance through community-oriented services. She has motivated and guided state universities and colleges to venture out of the traditional roles that they have become familiar with and endeavor to innovate and generate new knowledge with caring and curing as a guiding principle. She has created a legacy to make higher education a vector-borne condition in society and has inspired academic leaders like yours truly and managers to be potent vectors of transmission who will engage, empower, inspire, and drive their institutions to infinite possibilities. A legacy of always striving for quality towards building the nation and improving the lives of Filipinos. Our university, Batangas State University, also specifically benefited greatly from her outstanding contributions since 2017. To name such, our vision of becoming the National Engineering University, which, as we would always warm-heartedly recall, was inspired by her brilliant ideas and intellectual imagination the moment she set foot at the university that it can do greater things for the country as a national university. With her strong leadership and continuing advocacy for excellence, the university, Batangas State University, was elevated to level 4 State University, a distinctive mark of excellence awarded to only 22 SUCs out of 114 across the country. In the 24 board meetings she chaired at Batangas State University, she was consistent in enthusiastically sharing her expertise on strategic planning, policy development and analysis, operational oversight, conflict resolution, and in engaging all members of the governing board during deliberations and decision-making. She was broad in perspective and always operate from a premise of ideas and principles. The Board of Regents of Batangas State University from July 13, 2017 until December 21, 2021, under her leadership passed 847 resolutions, or an average of 35 resolutions per meeting, all of which are highly supportive of our mandates for excellence in academics, research, community engagement, and management of resources. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present to you an icon of excellence, an epitome of integrity, an advocate of quality assurance, and a champion of Philippine higher education, and an inspiration of Batangas State University as the National Engineering University, Dr. Lilian A. de las Llagas.
Mupo po tayong lahat at magandang hapon. Masyado akong na-touch ng speech ni President Tirso. I don't want to be introduced every time I speak before people and publics. I would always tell President Tirso and others, just tell them I am not in a hurry to get married. So ladies and gentlemen, you are not supposed to be in a hurry after graduation. Thank you very much for that introduction. My dear graduates, I'm not sure if you're going to listen to me, as President Tirso said that during online learning, we are not certain whether you are listening and you are with us. I must manifest, President Tirso, I have 9 pages, font 14, and 9 pages, font 14, may I ask everyone, with 570 words, are you with me if you want to listen to me? May I hear if you want to say yes, please? Parents? All right. Kinagagalak ko pong ako ay narito sa hapong ito. Hindi ko po matanggihan si President Tirso, the best president of the Republic of the Philippines, of 113 state universities and colleges. He is a dreamer, he is a visionary, and most of all, napaka-gentleman po ng presidente natin. So aking inisip ang aking mensahe sa hapong ito at gusto ko pong magpasalamat at tayo po ay narito ngayon at makikinig sana sa ating pag-uusapan. To the members of the Board of Regents, University President Tirso Ronquillo, members of the President Advisory Council, faculty members who are here, respective deans, faculty, staff, parents, loved ones, guardians, and to our dear graduates, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. This is an extraordinary time to hold commencement exercises, and therefore you are extraordinary. The pandemic brought about by COVID, this is still with us. The economic slowdown due to the same pervasive health problem is still felt by everyone. Can you hear me at the back? But can you see me at the back? All right, thank you. Weak-hearted people could have opted to postpone these graduation exercises. The good news, my friends, is that in Batangas, you have stout-hearted leaders who will not allow partial paralysis or complete paralysis and widespread slowdown to stop you in honoring our graduates. And may I offer my round of applause. Congratulations for standing with courage and hope to make a powerful statement about the fierce hope that burns in your hearts. Congratulations to the President, the Board of Regents that I used to chair, the Thinking Board of Regents, the Delivering Board of Regents, the implementing faculty members, the highly supportive staff, and most of all, the exciting Batangas State University students, and parents for showing up today with characteristic audacity and resolve. I wish to declare that I can relate with your courage. Nothing phases me. That's the reason, up to this time, I would always say, I am not in a hurry. Nothing phases me, even President 𝗘𝘅𝗶𝗃𝗏𝗀. I can also relate with your audacity to deal with uncertainties head on. And yes, I can identify with the fierceness of your hopes for a safer, better, and brighter future. I like this statement from a wise person. We can better predict the future if we can help create it. So I ask you, can we together help create our common future? It's just as well that I'm speaking before what we call the Gen Z generation. We have the Gen Z generation today, and I was wondering, how can a boomer second or one be talking to the Gen Zs and the millennials? What's your language? It's not my language. How you love is not the way I love. Quality relationship is equally very portable, President 𝗘𝘅𝗀𝗏. We must accept the fact that our situation today is not so reassuring. We live in the time of volatility, number one, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Short acronym, V as in victory, U as in uncertainty, and C, complexity, and A, ambiguity. The first acronym word for this afternoon is VUCA. This generation is familiar with volatility. Something can erupt anytime. And I am not talking about volcanoes alone. We are used to uncertainty. The ground beneath our feet can shake like crazy, and I'm not only speaking of earthquakes. The world around us is complex. We are confused. And I'm not referring to the city traffic alone. And the ideas that come to us are marked with ambiguity. And I'm not referring to the lack of clarity of public and private policies alone. And yet, I will tell you something today. You, the Gen Zs, will not only survive VUCA, you can thrive and therefore prevail. Let me be clear, I am addressing you Gen Zs, those born between 1997 and adulthood 2021, with ages 10 to 25, and it's you we are all talking about this afternoon. Confronted with unstable public health challenges, the COVID-19 pandemic from 2020 to the present caused confinement in your rooms, which resulted in learning online or through self-instructional hard print modules. The Gen Z learners have robbed of so many opportunities, and it is common to hear words of despair on your future plans. Driven by your youthful energy, vigor, and power, your formative years have been drastically shaped by a different world, one that has many challenges of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. You have morphed into a portable character, resulting in key differences in attitudes, tendencies, and outlook. Unique 9 traits of Gen Z. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow learners, I have put together outstanding traits of Gen Zs like you and are truly unique. So I call these unique 9 traits of the candidates for graduation today, or the Gen Zs. Number 1, resilient. Resilient character of the Gen Zs today. Number 2, info masters. That's the second bullet. Number 3, unfazed by solitude. Number 4, self-sufficient. Number 5, flexible job holders, wealth achievers, sharply work focused, flexible learnings, and above all, digital natives. These are the 9 attributes of Gen Z today, and these attributes are very driving you all on how you're going to be employed after this graduation. If you have these 9 qualities, choose the best answer. It's perhaps your passport to have your own branding, ladies and gentlemen. There is definitely an upside in these 9 traits. These are not, most of the time, sporadically advantageous. And yet, may I say that there could be a downside to these traits. 1, you are resilient. You have survived the pandemic and economic slowdown. Indeed, yes, that's why you're here today. Resilience is your strength. You need this resiliency in times of challenge and struggle, most especially when you're looking for a job. And yet never think that you are invincible. Every person has her own vulnerability. It's being a human being. It gives us humility. It also gives us the gift of being caring persons. 2, you are info masters. You flourish in the information explosion. You have the ability to access, assemble, and use information. Information must be your servant and not your master. Information must be your servant and not your master, most especially fake news. Beyond information, however, take time to seek meaning from the wealth of information you get. After all, what is life without meaning? And what is life without love? 3, you are unfazed by solitude. There is no Mr. or Miss Lonely among you. Great works have been accomplished in solitude. It's good that you are unafraid of being left alone, and yet make sure that you get out of your cave, connect with your friends, and develop a very important, meaningful relationships. I doubt if you have meaningful relationships as a result of your solitude moments. 4, you are self-sufficient. You get things done virtually without anybody's help. You have a highly developed ability to get things done without anybody's help because you can actually call a friend via Google, Dr. Google. But life is one of interdependence, a world of give and take, beautifully fulfilled in symbiotic relationships, not parasitism, one taking advantage of each other. You are flexible job holders. Virtually, you can switch jobs at the drop of a hat. Your access to job opportunities is immense. Hopefully, as products of Batangas State University, National Engineering University, at this point, you have already imbibed your branding. What is your branding as BatStateU? What is the branding of Batangas State University, in particular, National Engineering University, from here on, Mr. President? What about learning the virtue of accountability? You develop a sense of pride that no employer can boss you around. But what about learning to be subordinate before becoming a boss? What happens to loyalty to an organization if not to a cause? 6, you are wealth achievers. Getting a fortune is not a problem with you. I hope I am correct. And with fortune comes probably hours of fame. Suddenly, life is all about fame, fortune, and power. But what about things money cannot buy? Like, number 1, love, loyalty, and nurturing through friendship, Mr. President. That's the kind of feeling that I gave Batangas State University. I am a true friend who lives in the symbiosis approach, not in the context of parasitism. 7, you are sharply work-focused. You don't mind long hours. You truly are a part of the grind culture. You turn out great results.